talking about industrial revolution, what is it telling us? It tells us about industries, building up of industrial factories. We can see that China has advanced in this. Why? Why has Chinese economy advanced? It's because they were building factories. I mentioned about the drone helping in in the farm, in production. What of the other dimensions of fourth industrial revolution, like bioinformatics, biotechnology, nanotechnology, trying to ensure food safety, trying to ensure food security from after food is produced, after harvest, then what's happened? So these are, among other initiatives, which, of course, helping to ensure transparency in the marketplace from the farmers, so that the farmers who have been disadvantaged over the years will now start enjoying every margin in what they have produced also.
Now, of course, all this talk to the challenges that we are having, because it means some of the things that we are talking about, for example, like the preparation of the ground, it means the ground is not yet prepared. So the people are not yet fully prone to the fourth industrial revolution, which means challenges. Someone is not doing his work very well. Okay, we are not going to be sitting here and making accusation again about the government,
Exactly.
even though that is actually right. But what do you see to be the major challenge facing the fourth industrial revolution in Africa? What are the main challenges apart from the one that you already made mention of?
Well, I've already mentioned about the cost. What of knowledge on how to manage the technology in itself? We have to, first of all, talk about bringing it in, because we need it. So the cost issue, handles every, challenge. It's like an initial challenge. It's the first challenge is the cost, bringing it down, and then how to bring in the, train people there, because there's a period of training. There's a period of training for the users, those who will manage it, and also what of electricity power problem. Africa, how many African countries can boast of power supply? How many African, even South Africa, that used to have lights all over, and they are complaining of load shedding. Load shedding started long time ago while I was in South Africa, and I returned, and my people in South Africa are still crying. My former students, who are, some of them are professors already in the university in South Africa, and they are still crying, telling me that they are passing through a lot with respect to load shedding. So can you imagine? And some of those industrial revolution gadgets require electricity to power the lab, to power the system, to power the structure. So it's very important. And what of theft? We need, like a protected farming system. We need to ensure that there is no, that there is a system in place, so that it will protect those gadgets from enemies, from thieves, from armed robbers, those who could take advantage of such gadgets in order to destroy. Because of course there are pillars and there are also caterpillars in the system. So we must have to ensure that there is a system in place. Thank you.
How do you see the collation and analysis of data in Africa in terms of agriculture and food production in particular?
There is an improvement with respect to data issues in the area of collecting that, data collection and trying to store data. Like, even we understand that farming activity is done by farming activities are done by smallholder farmers, and the smallholder farmers, sometimes they are very small, that we need to identify them. So there is also need in place. But can I also comment some statistical institutions in the African countries that are also trying to navigate problem of having no data at all. Yeah, I know that Statistics South Africa is really, really doing well, trying to. I also Nigerian Bureau of Statistics, and also, among other statistics, other institutions that tries to manage data all of, around African countries. So they're working with some bank, some financial, finances, from also with the World Bank, and also with the Food and Agriculture Organization. And what of the African Development Bank? They're also trying, doing their own bits. Yeah. So but there is an increase in attention with respect to trying to tackle this issue of no data.
All right.
And
Now, now in terms of policy and the framework, to what extent do you see the intervention of foreign national or maybe the international body in the fourth industrial revolution in Africa?
Okay, yeah, well, of course, there are, finance is a major issue in any organization, because funding, if there is no funding organization or funding body that is on ground to ensure that there is sustainability, that there is that the capacity of the players are also encouraged. Yeah. So the financial institutions, they are doing their own best. There was a time, even recently, the African Development Bank president has also come up with ways with the World Bank and those other multinational companies to ensure that subsidies are also provided for farmers. And I know that there is a plan on ground at least to make the loans available to cooperative, to farmer cooperative. That is where a collective action, where some farmers come together and form a cooperative, so that they will, because when they are single, it will be very difficult for them to receive that intervention. So, but for them to actually utilize the opportunity, they are always encouraged by financial institutions to also form cooperatives, to form partnerships. And that is even, like the strategy that is also used by by most of the funding institutions in also bringing in tractors for farmers. Of course, a tractor can power large portions of land and also help, large collection of farmers as well. Yeah.
All right. And when these people gather, when these people form themselves in group, because I'm trying to look at the funding, because you said correctly that without money, you don't go anywhere, no? Money answers a lot of problem, particularly in this case. So when these farmers gather together to form body, do they eventually get fund from the bank in various African countries, so that because they need money to be able to finance the project?
Well, I know that some international banks are really doing a lot. They are really doing a lot, because some African diasporas, some African countries, diaspora groups are also encouraging them, because they have seen a need with respect to the potentials of, of course, the endowment of the food and agriculture resource in Africa. So, well, for the national banks, I know that they always ask for collateral, and we know that the smallholder farmers, they have little or no collateral to show. So how can they receive funding where there is no collateral? So that is also a challenge which has also entrenched into the farmers aspects for him to secure funds, or credits for their farming practice. But I know that we have also the private investors and also the NGOs which are also done. And recently, can I say that there is an awakening? There is an awakening. There is an awakening by banks, by African banks. Like, for example, in Nigeria, I know that as an agroeconomist that I am, I have met, I have seen that lots of banks are now giving funding opportunities to youth, especially who are jobless, and that could also provide an opportunity for them to be self-employed and become agripreneurs.